God bless you out there, global Christian friend. Thank you, Savior. Bless pastors, saints, and churches out there across the globe. And I can't stress learning enough about God. You can never have too much knowledge of God. But there's always the danger of never having enough. You can never have too much knowledge about God, but there is always the danger of never having enough. Think about that statement. Think deep and hard about that statement. When you read verse 11 of 2 Kings chapter 2, you read, "And it came to pass that they still went on, the prophet and his successor, and taught." And what a glorious field of conversation between these two. One is about to be taken and the other left. "That behold, there appeared," which had nothing to do with the science of metallurgy or about testing metals for the strongest heat shield for re-entry back into Earth's atmosphere. Now, although Elijah did re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, keep this in mind, after this incident witnessed by the College of Prophets, when appeared with Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration with Moses and the three apostles who also witnessed this, that he did re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. He went out, we're reading that now, but he re-entered the Earth's atmosphere that was witnessed by Moses and the apostles. All right? Had nothing to do with the heat shield, did it? All right. A chariot of fire. Watch this. "Nor was there time to test for fire retardant materials for space suits." There was no time to do that. "And horses of fire, which was not a towering 3-story spacecraft loaded with liquid oxygen fuel at the cost of $10,000 per foot thrust from the launch pad and computer links, and parted them both asunder, just as the difference of the two worlds, God's world and man's world." And Elijah, which means God, my God is Yah, and Yah is he who fulfilled the prophecy of John 8:32, went up, the purpose being fulfilled before he would return, went up by a whirlwind in a clockwise motion into heaven. That whirlwind had a clockwise motion as he went up into heaven. How could you see all this stuff and know all this thing out there, Bishop? You don't know. It ain't me, children. It's not me. It's him. All right? It's not this, but it's that. It's not me, but it's him. You see, He is alive and he's living. And he shows you what he wants you to know. And he tells you what he wants you to teach. And you have to listen to what God is showing you and telling you. Because this knowledge is high knowledge, great knowledge, incredible knowledge. Knowledge that is on its way back to him because he sent it. And you know that God is not going to send any, look, I don't mean no harm. It's not with the prophet Iddo, I-D-D-O, the prophet Iddo. A lot of y'all out there don't know his name. Prophet Iddo. God told him, go down yonder and curse that altar. Prophesy against that altar. Iddo said, okay, I'm going to go do it. Went and did it. God said, well, now, don't speak, don't talk, don't turn aside, right, left. Go do what I told you and come back. I'll do it, Lord. What happened? Went, spoke, done it. The king touched him. Hand froze up, spoke. Hand restored. King's hand restored. King said, come on, go with me and eat. I can't do it. God said so. Got to obey God. But, met another prophet. Come and eat, king. Why? God said so. But, that's a but? But what? An angel said. You notice this? When God tells you something to do, you don't listen to angels. Period. The Bible tells you that God sent things, as in 1 Peter, 1 second, I'll read it for you. God sent things down away from the angels that the angels themselves, what? Desire to look into. That's our Bible. God sent down knowledge and revelations that the angels desire to look into. It says that. I want me to find it for you, I will. You think you need to, let me know, and I'll do so. But if you don't, I'll keep going. You got to show that you're concerned about what you hear. If you sit up on your laurel hollering, I'm holier than thou, I'm going to hit you with 2036. I'm going to hit you with Luke 20:30 until you identify yourself. And if you cannot identify yourself, it ain't before me, it's before him. Those are words of Jesus, not mine. There are no words of no apostle, no words of no pastor, no words of no prophet. They are the ones of the Savior himself, the Son of God, who gave the truth in 4 parts. You don't receive it, it's not my fault. All right. Clockwise motion into heaven. There's not only a far more ancient, but also a less dramatizing carrying away and off into heaven without the fiery chariot, without the horses of fire, and without the whirlwind. You notice that? A more ancient action, but is of extraordinary proportions, which are seen are far off and away from today's world standard of going off into space. Now, I could spend the next 100 trillion years about that incident and everything that was said about that, because Enoch himself said, I wrote 365 books. And I want to show you something. Who has the longest ever living heart? Answer that. Who has the longest ever living heart? Find that out. And some of you, I think, got the answer already. But some of y'all may say, you must be crazy. What you talking about? Who got the longest ever living heart? Well, God bless you next time. We'll come back to these things. God bless you next time, Global Christian Friends and pastors, saints, and churches.